We now shift our focus to Ukraine. After nearly 3 years of relentless Russian assault, the Ukrainian president, Volodymyr Zelensky, faces a dead end. We are not the ones saying that. A pro-Russian Ukrainian, Viktor Medvedchuk, has recently made that comment. Medvedchuk says that by signing a decree in 2022 that completely banned talks with the Russian President Vladimir Putin, Zelensky has placed himself in a deadlock. While Medvedchuk has his own personal agenda in making that statement, the state of the conflict and Ukraine, as it stands right now, makes it hard to disagree with Medvedchuk in a way. Have a look at these visuals now coming up on your screen. This is Ukraine today, battered by war, hoping for a US-initiated peace deal. Today, Russia has claimed to have captured one more settlement in Ukraine's Kharkiv. Its troops seized a place called Dvorichna. The Russians, in fact, are building on their momentum in eastern Ukraine, and the capture of this settlement is yet another step in their grinding push to conquer the entire Donetsk region. In addition to capturing this part, the Russian army also hit Ukrainian forces as well as military equipment in multiple directions, including Donetsk, Kharkiv, Zaporizhia, and Kherson. In Russia's Kursk region, Ukraine reportedly lost more than 280 soldiers while trying to hold on to hard-won land. On the battlefield, as Russia maintains the upper hand, Ukraine is growing desperate, and in its desperation, Ukraine launched drones targeting oil and power facilities in western parts of Russia on Wednesday. According to reports, as a result of Ukrainian drone attack, an oil refinery caught fire in a place called Nizhny Novgorod, located east of Moscow. Meanwhile, in the western region of Smolensk, bordering Belarus, a massive drone attack was reported that even destroyed air defense systems. Dozens more Ukrainian drones targeted Bryansk region, bordering Ukraine, and the Tver region, bordering Moscow. Meanwhile, several combat engagements continue to take place at the same time across the Ukrainian front line. According to the latest information, Ukraine's army has been pushed back over the past year, outgunned and outmanned by Russia across the 1,000-kilometer front line. Suffice to say, the Ukraine nightmare is showing no signs of settling down. It has reached a dead end in a way. But that's a burden only for Ukraine. You see, on Tuesday, Putin said that peace talks with Ukraine are possible, but not with Zelensky. That's right. Putin has ruled out speaking directly with the Ukrainian president. And why is that? Because according to Russia, Zelensky is quite literally illegitimate. During an interview with a Russian journalist, Pavel Zarubin, Putin said that Zelensky could participate in possible talks with Moscow if he wishes to, but that he lacks the legitimacy to actually sign a peace deal. But that's not even all. According to Putin, negotiating with the de facto Ukrainian leadership will not have any legal meaning, because Kiev has explicitly banned itself from talks with Moscow. And he's not wrong, by the way. In 2022, Zelensky, whose presidential term officially last year, issued a decree. His decree prohibited talks with Russia and with President Vladimir Putin specifically. And all signs indicate that that decree remains in effect. Just
all right, I want to give all glory and all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Haraka Kodash, double honors to the apostles of great mission of the rebel. And peace and blessing going to Yahweh, many four corners of the earth, and who push and teach this word in sincerity and in truth. This is Brother Rab once again, with the edification of the elect's sake, as we look at the things that are taking place throughout the world, all right, world events. As we see 38 minutes ago, President Vladimir Putin, all right, he rejects talks with illegitimate Zelensky, all right. So as the scriptures say, they shall say peace and safety, but sudden destruction. As Trump say, he coming into office to end World War III. all right, which you can clearly see they come there with the puffed up self, all right. Esau is prideful in his ways. He's coming to escalate everything, all right, and they cannot stop what the Lord already ordained, all right. I just want to go to 2 precepts, all right. Don't make the video too long, all right. Going straight to the point, all right. Go to the book of Ezekiel, all right. Book of Ezekiel 38, and here we say, right, Ezekiel 38, and I'll start at verse 4. And I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with shorts of armor, even a great company of bucklers and shields, and all of them, all right, held in swords, all right, as Persia, Ethiopia, Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. You can clearly see that you know, they are already on the battlefield in Ukraine 3 years ago. Still taking place, all right. Threats of thermonuclear war, all right, nuclear strike, so to speak. All of these things, you know, already written, all right. This is as the all right. It says Goma and all his bands of Togama of the north quarters, and all his bands and many people with thee. All right. All right. Look up here to Togama. It says a name that appears in the Bible, Genesis chapter 10 and 3, First Chronicles 6 and 1 and 6, Ezekiel 24 and 14, and Ezekiel 38 6. Togama is the name of his son of Gomer and grandson of Japheth. All right, goes back to the Edomite nation. All right. It may also refer to a nation that descended from Togama. All right. It says Togama was the third son of Gomer, the brother of Hashkenazar, or I can't pronounce that word, and Raphet. Right. Togama was the ancestor of Japhetic nation. All right. Togama may have been a Levite people who was killed with arms, right? Who the sword was given unto, right? The blessing was the sword. Esau, Togama may have been a people who protected agriculture. All right. So a lot of different things, you know. So, you know, that's to show, you know, who they really are. All right. Right, it says here, supply soldiers to be an army of Gog. All right, army of Gog. This is places, right? Goma, Togama, Meshach and Tubal, Magog. All right, show all these nations is, all right. They all come together and fight. All right. Now going back to the precept here. All right. Go back to the book of Isaiah. All right. How to make this video quicker. Any plantation here, so let's take out the runway. All right. So Ezekiel 19. I'll start at verse 2. Right, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor. city against city, and kingdoms against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall feel in the midst therefore, and I will destroy the councils therefore, and they shall seek to the idols and to the chambers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards, and the Egyptians will give over unto the hand of the cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, say the Lord Yahweh, and the host, and the Lord Yahweh of hosts and his army, right? His chariots and his horsemen, and the waters shall feel from the sea, and the river shall be wasted and dried up, right? In the Euphrates River, and really drive up the Euphrates River, all right? You see all that prophecy have been fulfilled. It's been dried up for this time of war, all right? This time of war, all right? World War III is at hand. It already begun, and we just ought to be watchmen at the house of the Lord, all right? Because the time is at hand, all right? Destruction of America, all right, which is going to be soon, all right? We clearly see, the things that are taking place, all right? So, just keeping that eye out, and showing that, that diligence within the scriptures, show and to warn the people that is to come, all right? So, just a quick lesson, and hope that was edifying. Till next time, saying Shalom. Praises to Yah, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, Barakatam Kalakiam. And with that, I say Shalom.